The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.
There is a growing trend in this country of people taking their health into their own hands by turning to preventative scans. And we're lucky here in Tampa Bay, one of only 7 places in the country where people have access to this innovative technology that can detect hundreds of different forms of cancer and heart disease in their earliest stages. Here to tell us more about how they're saving lives through early detection is Lifeguard Imaging's Director of Operations, Frankie Maldonado. Frankie, it is so great to see you.
Love being with you, Gail. Thank you.
So talk to me about the scans. I mean, obviously, I know all about them. My husband and I are part of the Legacy program, but this is really a breakthrough that people can come in and take their health into their own hands.
I mean, and the crazy thing is, as you know, this has been around literally over 25 years. Oprah Winfrey had this scan performed back around 99, 2000, and yet it's not something that's so widely available, and we are truly blessed to have it here. As you know, what we're doing is we have patients coming in before there's a symptom. We are scanning their bodies. Our full body scan goes from the shoulders to the base of the pelvis. Early detection of the diseases, as you mentioned, and obviously through an annual evaluation, because things can change from one year to the next. We're seeing things that could have been deadly, finding them early. Patients can have them eradicated, and again, they're surviving things that were once called the silent killers.
And these scans, they have been around for a long time, but at Lifeguard Imaging, you're constantly upgrading that technology, and the precision of which doctors can look at the scans is really incredible.
It really is, and I say that with humility. I didn't create it. I'm not patting myself on the back. We're grateful and blessed to be doing this, but it is a software-driven technology. So simply the scans we're doing today are vastly different from when I started in 2017 with the company in Georgia, because it continues to evolve. We're capturing things earlier through their ability to have that visibility and do things that are changing medicine, I'd like to think, for the better, because if you can find out something before there's a symptom, how's that a bad thing?
Yeah, and a lot of people, like my husband got a call from a buddy of his at work and said, hey, I saw you talking about Lifeguard Imaging with your wife, and he's like, is this something you really think that we need to know about? And my husband's like, I wouldn't miss an annual scan. I mean, he comes to Lifeguard Imaging more than he goes to his doctor appointments. But it's interesting to me, the people that are like, I don't want to know. I mean, why wouldn't you want to know?
I am not putting anyone down. I don't get that thought process, and I find it very, again, I'm not saying people don't really feel that way, Gail, but I find it incredibly hard to believe that if someone were to know that there was something deadly developing in their body, that they wouldn't want to know about it sooner than later, because as we know, we're going to eventually know. But if you could find out about it early in the process, you have the ability to survive. Pancreatic cancer, which tragically took our heroes, our fathers, we found that while I was in Georgia, and a woman pre-stage 1 saved her life. That's a disease they call the death sentence.
Right.
You don't survive pancreatic cancer. If you can find out about that and all these other cancers, how is that not something someone would want to know about as soon as possible? I don't understand.
Yeah, and you actually, we had a doctor on the show that said a scan from Lifeguard Imaging, if they can catch pancreatic cancer or really any cancer early, the survival rate, the treatment options are so much better.
That's right. Dr. Robinson from the Moffitt Center, what he was saying about lung disease, and it's really incredible, Gail. And again, we say that for people who think that way, I just try to tell them, come in, get the scan. Hopefully you're clean and there's nothing there. And if that's the case, what a peace of mind and relief. But if, God forbid, there's something there and we find it early enough, you do have choices now. You have the ability to survive it. And most of us, like you and I always say, want to be around for our children and eventually, hopefully, our children's children.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I want that. I wouldn't miss a scan. It's one of the biggest blessings in Tampa Bay. Call right now, 813-212-6993. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit lifeguardimaging.com to receive a Bloom special offer, a free consultation and a free heart scan when you mention Bloom. That's a $599 value, so call today, 813-212-6993 for this special offer. We'll be right back.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.